Oh my God, we're still alive. So, that part where we were doing that Honda video, and I was like, I hope we can make content as consistently as we used to. Hey, oopsie. Oops. So the Honda videos, that's its own thing, but today we're not working on the Honda. We are working on my Volkswagen Rabbit engine. A lot of people don't know that I still have the car. There it is.
I don't know if they can see.
It's there. I'll show it to you here in a minute if you really want. When was the last time that thing drove? Easter? Did I take it out this Easter for my Easter bunny drive?
Yeah.
I think so. It's tradition.
It still runs, but it definitely has a blown head gasket.
Yeah, well, like hopefully by next Easter it'll be running with this in it. But if you guys aren't up to speed with the issue, this is an oil squirter from a 9A 1.8. No, 2 liter. 1 point anything. Close. There's no replacement for his placement.
Your inner boomer came out.
So my $650 Wisecoat pistons hit these, and there's a couple options. People are like, oh, you can just throw some washers on the threads because I don't know how well this is going to focus. Let me see. There you go. It's a banjo bolt, right? There's that hole in there, and then they're kind of pressure valves. That's why the little ball bearings in there. So once the oil pressure releases or reaches a certain point, it starts spraying oil through the oil spur on the bottom of the pistons. Oh, it focused on your face instead. Damn, I really don't want to unfocus. It's all about Rossi's, dude. Anyway. So people will stack washers, so as long as you keep that in the same spot as where the holes go, you should be okay. But it looks like there's a certain point where if you stack enough washers to clear pistons, you're going to start having the head of the bolt run into the crank. So we're going to go to Lowe's. We're going to get energy drinks. We're going to try to space that so that it will work. And if that doesn't work, we're going to find out what this thread pitch is, and we're going to pull a built D-Series vibe and plug the oil squirters, because we don't need that shit. If you still aren't up to date on what it is, it's a 9A 2 liter 16 valve Wiseco 11-to-1 forged pistons, max peating rods, forged rod set, which somebody recently commented on the video where I opened those and talked about them that he wouldn't risk good pistons on those. I mean, there's a couple dudes who build 2.7 Audis here in Boise. Elliot's one of them. And they've run max peating rods like well into the 600 wheel horsepower range. Yeah. And he daily drove his. So yeah.
I don't know, 3/8 of an inch on it, like worth of space. Is that gonna be enough?
Oh, it's so beautiful in there.
So clean.
I know. I guess that's what happens when you spend a shit ton of money on it.
Why are there oil squirters in it?
Because swag money, weed. See, that right there is my main concern, right? See, look how close... Let me get the camera in here. Look how close it is, there we go, to the crank already. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We got... Oh, God, let's flip it over. Maybe like a 1/4 of an inch to work with.
Oh, great. Oh.
So that is another option, is to pull them out and... shave the nozzles down and just basically cut them to like right where, you know, it's pointed up still. Mm-hmm. See, just look at... Oh, I guess there's a little bit more room in there than I thought. I'm not gonna touch it without gloves on, actually.
Well, like, because this is the part you're gonna have to worry about it hitting.
That's what I mean, yeah. But if you look right here...
Oh man, look at that butter smooth.
It's close, but I mean, people do it, so you must be able to get something in there. My fear of having to take the crank out to get to those is looking pretty likely.
Yeah.
Which sucks because it's got those thrust washers in there,
mm-hmm.
and those things are a bitch and a half to get in.
Like underneath the bolt?
No, right here, see them? There's one right there, one right there.
Oh.
It's to keep the crank from going back and forth.
Oh.
They're on the middle one. And they're what the kids call a nightmare.
Oh. I mean, we just need a torque wrench, right, to reinstall it?
Yeah, I have one as well.
Okay. I mean...
So, yeah, I mean, well, we're probably going to have to take that out. But that's...
It'll make it a lot easier.
That's fine. We just got to make sure we keep track of what bearings were in what spot.
1 comes here and 5 is out here.
Well, I mean, the actual bearings inside the caps.
Oh.
the main bearings.
They don't stay in the main bearing. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, I mean, they're probably gonna fall out.
Oh, great.
We'll see.
Perfect. Treat it like a head gasket.
Yeah. We do have the big book of Volkswagen here. I don't want to fucking wedge shit in there.
Right. That's why I was trying to just go on the corners on this back one, but I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do the middle ones.
Yeah.
Eee. Oh. Smart
resources. Alright, so those are the hell causers. Right there.
I mean, he sent me a video. Did you get that video?
Oh, of him diagnosing the problem?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, with the lighter.
Okay, some bearings fell out.
I'm not excited for how much shit I don't have for the engine I'm going to have to buy. Alright, there you go, guys. The slowest crank and oil squirter removal on YouTube. That was 15 minutes, Ross.
I mean, that wasn't that bad.
My favorite thing is the clearances on the crankshaft from end to end. They wrote them down for me. And he was like, I don't know if that crank's going to spin. I was like, cool.
It seemed to spin just fine.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, it was working before, I guess. I was like, yeah. He's like, you're not undersizing bearings or anything? I was like, no. He's like, alright, should fucking work. And I was like, cool. Same thing with the, whose engine was it with the used piston rings that fired right up?
Oh,
that was mine. I shouldn't talk shit yet. It's probably got like fucking 38 PSI compression cylinder.
I mean, it
sounded great. So
I mean, it's a red block. It's not a white block. I mean, it's
yeah,
it'll run on.
Without giving away too much, we learned that the white block not quite as reliable as the red block.
No.
You got my squirt.
Yeah, it's in my squirtle pocket.
Shout out to my mom for these like non-fogging masks, and then I still don't wear my glasses anyway.
They smell fun. Oh. Ooh. 460.
Oh yes. Damn, I wonder how much he wants for it.
Well, he didn't put it on there, so probably a lot.
Sucks it's not diesel, but 460 is kind of rad.
Big.
Damn, dude, then what are we still doing this for?
I don't know.
This is a solution the whole time. I'm talking vaccines, yeah. Just drink it.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we should start a prank channel where we just walk into like hardware and home improvement stores. Like, yeah, I'm trying to lay some pipe, and then just go from there. I mean, there's a lot of copper and brass. Tap that brass.
Not like you can anyway.
I'm pretty sure it's a pipe thread. Like, we'd have to have some weird shape if we were gonna plug it. Which D&B would probably also have.
Yeah.
I can tell it's winter when I'm wearing a beanie and my ears are still cold. This shit sucks.
Yeah. We'll figure out. Because I was gonna see if because you had that toolbox. Figure that out.
It's beautiful sports car weather.
Yes.
Where's Puppy?
That's fair. He's like, what?
Come here, Puppy.
Casper!
You get AM radio with those ears, huh? Alright, so Ross had to take off, but here's the dilemma we've got. The spacers here, we just got these washers. I'm going to put one on and put it in and put the crank in and just turn the crank to see if it'll clear. And I'm also going to take my diamond cutoff wheel on my Dremel and just cut these a little bit shorter, like right to where the diameter gets smaller. And then we're going to, if we can get away with 2 washers to space it out there and still clear the crank weights, then we'll do that. If not, we'll just put one in there, and we're cutting a good 1/4 inch or so off of these guys. So hopefully it'll be okay. But yeah, let's get to it. So there you go. Shortened them without modifying the pressure valve or how they work at all, and then we're going to space them, and these washers are actually damn near perfect. They seal up right against the bottom there, so I don't think we're going to have any issues with oil coming back out through the block instead of through the squirter. So yeah, that actually worked out pretty well. I've been kind of anxious about even bothering trying with this shit, to be honest with you. But so far, knock on wood, it's come together pretty okay. Alright, let me explain my plan here. Like I said, I got these washers so we can space them out. I don't think we're going to need two, but just to see if we can do it, I'm going to put a second one on this one. My only concern is the more we add, the more chance of it, you know, leaving a gap for oil to come through. Because I cut them down so much, I really don't think we're going to need them. But what I'm going to do is put another one on. I'm going to put it in this spot, and then I'm going to drop the crank in there and just turn it. I know it's not going to be exact because the crank's not torqued down, but it'll give us a close enough approximation because I want to have as much clearance from the pistons coming down as we possibly can. So if we can get away with two safely across all the oil squirters, then I would like to. The torque spec for these is 87 inch-pounds or 10 Newton meters, which is like 7.5 pound-feet. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I'm just going to get it sort of snug by hand. But I need to keep myself chilled out. So I'm going to play music, and you guys are going to listen to Rio by Orangutan.
There's someone out there, I'll pack my bags to Rio. She's a dancer, but I'm a drummer. I'm lost in this world, but I found myself in Rio, on a blanket across the ocean. Love is a game, I know I've been afraid. Call me crazy, but don't call me lazy. Keep me alive, don't feed me to these wolves. Oh my Lord, I feel you now. See me at the back door yelling. Caught you at the scene of crime. See you on the other side. Then pull me back. Whoa. I'm lost in a maze.
So my click type torque wrench isn't click typing anymore. I was letting it click and then doing the extra quarter turn as per the Bentley manual, but apparently it doesn't like the extra quarter turn when you're going past the click. So now it doesn't click at all. So I'm gonna go to Harbor Freight and get another one. So the crank's back out, as you can see. Just did a whole lot of swearing off camera. The crank didn't want to come out, yada yada. Got it situated. We're gonna try not to panic, but went and got the new torque wrench. Good, tested it out, turned it up to where it needed to be, 66 pound-feet. Good. Tested it on the rabbit's wheel to make sure that it's working properly. Loosened one of the lug nuts, clicked at 65, cool. All the other ones were at like 85-ish. Tested it on all those and clicked on all of them because they were over 66. And then, when I started torquing the bolts down, snapped the crankshaft bolt. Pulled it all apart. All the other ones that I had started to torque were stretched and starting to break. So I need to order new ones, but that's not my concern. My concern is the rest of this bolt being stuck in my engine block. So what we're gonna do is cross our fingers and hope for the best. Now, are we going to get extremely lucky is the question. Let's see if it'll... Oh wait, I was gonna say put vice grips on it, but it's actually turning. Holy shit. Oh my god. That might have been the luckiest thing that's ever happened to me. Well, I mean, obviously I guess it's not that lucky with it breaking off, but that should not have been that easy. Okay, so I don't know if any place is going to sell these bolts. They're just marked 10.9. They just look like regular bolts. You can see on the threads on that one, it's stretching. But yeah, let me see. This is the one I started torquing to. You can really see it on that one. So we're gonna get new bolts. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. Nobody has any just carbon steel metric 10.9 stuff around here. So I'm just going to take out these two stretch bolts in the broken one, put the crank back in, just hand tighten everything and get it back in so that my parents don't have to have this whole assembly sitting out. I'm going to order a new set of bolts. There aren't any in stock. I don't think FCP Aero stocks them from what I could find, but the nice folks over at Tectonics Tuning do. So I'll just order them through them and we'll come back to this when we can. But I'm just going to get the crank back in, hand tighten everything. I'm not going to use these stretched out bolts. This one's fine. That one's not. Yuck. Like I said, just hand tighten them. We'll flip it over. We'll pop one of my pistons and rods in there to make sure we're clearing the oil squirters. God, please let them be clearing the oil squirters. And then I'm gonna go drink rum. All right, crank is back in. Everything is spinning nicely. Like I said, we just have the one missing bolt, the broken one. I just tightened it down with the old Sidewinder Milwaukee tool. So I'm gonna flip this back over. We're going to cross our fingers and hope that we clear our oil squirters now. Marvel Mystery Oil. Thanks, Humble Mechanic. I truly love this stuff now. We will do solid number 4. It makes pretty practical sense. They're super clean. I keep the bag on it at all times, but just to be safe. And then what I'm going to do is take the piston that we're putting in. Same story. Just get it nice and lubricated. Those piston rings, and then finally going to take another paper towel, more Marvel Mystery Oil all over the inside of our piston compressor tool. it's turning the crank, so that's cool. Let me flip it back over. I know it's not going to slide up, but it still always freaks me out a tad. For this, so I'm just going to, like I said, I just want to get it on. It seems to be doing fine. Oh yes, we've done it. We're clearing the oil squirters. Hell yeah, dude. Wow, that's really satisfying. I know it doesn't sound like I'm that excited because I'm pretty pissed off about snapping one of those bolts still. But yeah, that is actually relieving. Very, very relieving. So I'm just going to take this back out. It's the opposite of what I just did, so I'm sure you guys don't want to watch that. But yeah. We situate this and I'll get back to you here. Alright guys, that is going to do it for this installment of the Project 16 build. Unfortunately, once again, kind of dead in the water, but it is what it is. Waiting on new main bolts from Tectonic's Tuning. But we do now know the pistons are going to clear the oil squirters. At least that one. Please, really hope that the rest of them do too. Didn't look like we'll have any issues, but yeah, spaced the squirters out, trimmed them down a tad. If I hadn't trimmed them, I don't think it would have cleared them. So it was real close. So hopefully the other ones will play along as well. But thank you guys very much for watching. Sorry we didn't get to see more of Ross today, but he had fatherly things to do. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat at BigB1011. If you want to see a picture of your car featured at the end of one of my videos, send a picture to me at chrisforeverhelp@gmail.com, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.